Happy Tuesday, scholars! Again, I'm Miss Malaki. I am the ELA and Humanities teacher, second grade at Fortune School. Let's go ahead and dive in on what we need to do for Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, scholars. Let's go ahead and dive into the text on what you need to do to complete your Tuesday tasks. Now, before we begin our Tuesday tasks, we need to make sure we have everything completed for Monday. For Monday, you needed to have completed the vocabulary chart, and you've needed to complete this page as well, the fluent read and the meaning read, and the informational off-text page annotations. This box right here, or these boxes right here, may not be filled out completely, but I would like you to attempt to at least fill out one for each column. If you don't have all three examples, that's okay. Make sure you have this filled out as well, giving me any important information and the main idea of the text. Make sure you have the page number that you found it on, or you can even tell me the number that you found it on or the step that you found it on. That was important information. And lastly, for Monday's assignments, make sure you have the author's point of view. What was the author's point of view in this text? Now, let's go ahead and begin Tuesday. Scroll back up and please read the story, I said story again, I'm so sorry. Read the article, The Life Cycle of a Frog. Pause the video and read the story out loud to yourself. And go. Excellent job, scholars. Welcome back. After you are done reading the story, go ahead and scroll down. This part right here, these questions are optional, meaning if you think your scholar is not comprehending the text as strongly as you would want your scholar to, you can answer these questions to give them a better idea or comprehend the text deeper. So, for example, I would like R.A.C.E responses. So restate the question, then answer the question. For example, what comes first in the frog's life cycle? You would want to give an R response, which is restate, and I put what comes first in the frog's life cycle is. And then you give me the A response, and you answer the text. Try to do these ones. This will really help a lot of scholars out if they're not strong with understanding R and A in their writing response. Again, this part is optional. This is just for if you think your scholar needs extra attention to comprehension. But what is not optional is this step right here. The life cycle of a frog. Directions. Read the page above, which you just did. After reading about the life cycle of a frog, draw a picture or jot some notes for each of the steps. This will act as your central idea jot for the first section. I know it says draw a picture. You can draw a picture, draw your pictures, take a picture, and send it to your teachers on Dojo. That would be okay. But for those who do not have access to their teacher on Dojo, for whatever reason, I would like you to jot your notes down instead of draw a picture. Okay, so I've already done step 1. When I look at step 1, that means go to number 1, and I want you to summarize the text in your own words. That means try to shorten it up or use different words. Now, right here we have 1. A frog begins life as a tiny egg, usually in or near water. So, how can you shorten up this sentence? And go. All right, welcome back, scholars. If you said begins life as an egg, usually near water, or if you said something similar to that, excellent job. So go ahead and put that in your step 1. Begins as an egg, usually near water. Try to see if you can summarize step 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your own. Pause the video and go. All right, welcome back, scholars. Now that you've completed steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we're going to start our writing prompt. After reading the life cycle of a frog and drawing pictures, answer the question below. Some of you didn't draw your pictures, which is perfectly fine. Some of you typed your answers, which I would have preferred, and I'm sure your your teacher in your Google Classroom would as well. And then answer the questions below, or answer the question below. Prompt: why is it important to know the life cycle of an animal? So for this one right here, this is annotating the prompt. We're unpacking it. Why do you think it's important? So you need to give some reasons. One quick way to give reasons is using bullet points. Right here, if you scroll, if you move your mouse to right here where the three little dots are, it'll say bulleted listed. You can go ahead and click that, and you can get bullet points. Try to list 3 reasons why you think it's important. So you can have up to 3 bullet points. Pause the video and try to come up with 3 reasons why you think it's important. And go. All right, welcome back, scholars. Why do you think it's important to know the life cycle of an animal? You can put something as simple as to know how it lives. That's one way. We just want to know how an animal lives. Why does their cycle look different from another animal cycle? Okay. Maybe we did learn this earlier. I don't know if how many of you remember this word. Maybe to help out the ecosystem. So you can say help the ecosystem. If you need help remembering what the ecosystem is, that's a good thing to use or ask your teacher during their Google Hangouts teaching hours, their office hours. You can go back to them and say, hey, do you remember what an ecosystem is? And that can get some conversation flowing. And you get to see your teacher. Next, once you give another response to unpacking the prompt, I want you to do your race response in this box right here. Your race response is R, restate the question. Why is it important to know the life cycle of an animal? Answer the question. Give me a quote, so according to the text, and then explain. This shows me that a frog is important because now I gave you some sentence starters for C and E. Remember, C is usually according to the text. That's a good sentence starter to know that you're going to quote. And then you should know how to do R and A. So let's get started. Why is it important to know the life cycle of an animal? Please give me one race response, one paragraph race response in this box below. And go. Welcome back, scholars. And that was your Tuesday assignment. After you're done with your race response, I will see you on Wednesday to finish the second half of our packet. Bye.